In this video, I demonstrate how to throw a bowl on the potter's wheel. I'm going to start out with a ball of clay that has been wedged thoroughly. Because I'm right-handed, I want my wheel to spin counterclockwise. You want that ball of clay to slide through your palm, not against your fingertips. What I'm going to do is find a speed that I'm comfortable with. I'm not driving a car, so I'm going to take my foot off the pedal. Going to hook my right elbow into my hip, holding my hand nice and steady, supporting my ball of clay with my left hand. Remember, stay firm with that ball of clay. Most of the power comes from the inside of your right hand. My hand position is placed at 4, 5, or 6 o'clock. Another thing you can do is you can squeeze the ball of clay towards the center of the wheel, which will help cone it up. Using my left hand, the soft, fatty part of my palm, I'm going to push down. My right hand supports that ball of clay as it makes its way down. It helps distribute the clay evenly. Once my ball of clay is centered, I'm going to use the fat part of my thumb. I'm going to press down lightly, creating a little dip. This helps me locate where the center of the ball is, or the chunk of clay. Once my thumb is not sliding around, I'm going to drop my thumb straight down. Because I'm making a bowl, the bottom or the base of my clay here needs to be about 1/2 inch. If you go too thin, you won't have room to make a foot on your bowl. If you go too thick, you're going to end up having to trim a lot of the clay off. Using my ring finger and my middle finger on my left hand, I'm going to squeeze back. Notice how my thumb is supporting my clay from the outside. Because I'm making a bowl, the inside of my clay here is going to be rounded. Unlike previous videos where I showed you how to make a cylinder, bowls tend to be rounded on the inside, so that's what I want to do. My hand position, inside hand, is slightly higher than my outside hand. That way I can bring the clay straight up. At this point, I'm really throwing a cylinder. The only difference so far is that the inside of my clay is rounded. I'll take the clay at the bottom, squeeze it back into the rest of the clay. Inside hand slightly higher. I'm going to pull my wall up a little more. When I throw a bowl, I tend to leave the lip a little thicker, and I'll show you why in a little bit. So my walls are pretty thin right now. The top of my lip is a little thicker. All I'm going to do is use my inside hand and slightly push out. I start at the bottom and I work my way up. You want to do this slowly. I'm using that rubber rib for additional support on the outside and to clean off all the excess slip that have kind of built up. Remember that thick lip that I started out with? Here's where it goes. As I'm pushing and expanding my bowl out, that thicker lip at the bottom, at the top, gets stretched out. Using that rib again, I'm just cleaning off all the excess slip, really polishing, smoothing that surface out. Take my little sponge there. With a couple fingers, I'm going to just clean off the lip. Using my wooden modeling tool, the bevel edge there, all I'm going to do is remove the extra clay from the bottom. Make sure it's parallel with my wall. Press against it and work my way down. I remove the extra clay from the bottom, and there you go. That is how you throw a bowl.